Now, you know, a former Jigawa State Governor and prominent member of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, wants the party to apply the big stick by sacking the FCT minister and immediate past governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike, and a former Benue State hemsman, Samuel Otom. The list includes former Abia State Governor Okeze Ikpeazu. They are all accused of anti-party activities. In his words, PDP must show leadership by punishing members who openly worked against its interest. The experienced politician backs former President Goodluck Jonathan for the 2027 presidential race. Biko, you want to start from there?
From, is it whether Jonathan will...
From there, bottoms up.
Yeah, I think the matter of Jonathan is the court that can determine. Yes, I know that a court in the Federal High Court in Yenagua pronounced him fit to contest. But there are those who say that once the amendment has been made to the law, that it automatically takes away his right to vote, to be voted for. And I'm inclined to believe some of what, because I was speaking with a lawyer today who told me, see, when an amendment is made, it assumes that the amendment itself is as old as the document. Our Constitution was given back to in 1999. It's called the 1999 Constitution.
As amended.
Yes. They are saying that once an amendment is made, it assumes the age of that document.
Okay.
That is what a lawyer told me. And if that is the case, it means that President Jonathan cannot
take part.
Yes. But some lawyers are saying, oh, Jonathan left office in 2015. The amendment came in 2018. And for that reason, an amendment that came 3 years after he left office is not binding on him. But we are not lawyers. Yes, there was a judgment that came before the 2023 election,
all right,
which permitted him to go and contest. That judgment was not appealed.
Okay.
But it doesn't mean that another court of coordinate
cannot vacate it?
Jurisdiction cannot start another action. You understand? Because his own judgment is not binding on any court of coordinate jurisdiction.
Yeah.
Because you are not, the court is not superior to maybe another court.
On like the same level.
Yes. The state high court, for example.
Yeah.
They are deemed at par with federal high court, although with different jurisdictional boundaries and all that. So they are saying Jonathan cannot contest. But I know that when that time comes, when Jonathan decides to listen to those who want him to contest, we'll see people go up to try and test the law, test the amendment. But I want to agree with those who said when an amendment happens, it assumes that it's as old as the law, the law book itself, or the Constitution itself. So, and the guy gave me an example that was really convincing.
Okay.
You cannot say that, oh, because the amendment didn't happen in 1999, somebody can bring up a matter, an old matter. So it's assumed that once it's amendment, the law takes effect immediately, and from the time when that constitution becomes operational. So that's if that's the case, then Jonathan cannot contest.
So
but those who are
precludes him from running.
If the argument of that lawyer
is
right, then he cannot run, because it's about it's assumed that the amendment is as old as the law, as the Constitution itself. But those who want him point to the fact that during his time there was prosperity, he's somebody that is a listener, and for the North, if Jonathan comes in, Jonathan will only be able to do one term. But if a new person, a new Satana, because PDP has zoned the presidency to the South after their NEC meeting of almost 2 weeks ago. Now, because of that, Jonathan will spend only one term. Which will be favorable to Northern Nigeria. But if a new person, maybe a Peter Obi, for example, emerges, he may promise you that he will do one term. But everyone knows that politicians, once they get there, they will say, oh, no, it cannot work. There is so much work to do. Anyone who thinks that he can fix Nigeria in 4 years, I think they should learn from Sule Lamido, because some things, we want to build a gigantic road from here to Badagry, to Sokoto. It takes time. You want to do the coastal road, it takes time. In some cases, you want to do road, especially in your south-south. The months that you have for reconstruction to take place, they are no more than 4 months.
4 months maximum.
The rains,
yes, the rains won't allow you to work.
4 months.
So, I think that ultimately, yes, people are nostalgic about Jonathan because the economy was doing well during this time, but whether he can contest is a matter that only the courts can decide.
As it is. Doctor, but let's go to the top. Former Jigawa governor wants PDP to apply the big stick. Kick Wike, Autumn, former governor of Abia, Ikwazu.
Let's say people who are part of the G5, mostly. Well, this has been known for a very long time. But, you know, the argument is always there. A party needs oxygen, like every human being to breathe. And the only oxygen that political parties understand is money. So when you want to kick people out, you must be sure that you are not kicking the oxygen of the party out.
Okay. Because Minister Wike has dared the PDP to touch him.
Yes, we've seen it in the past. You can't take out people who fund your party. You can't. It's almost impossible. Even when you take them out, you'll discover you have a huge gap in that party. And from what we have seen with political parties in this republic in Nigeria, the governors and appointed appointees are the ones who give them that oxygen to survive. So you need to watch it. You need to know where you want to go. When we have a rebirth of our political parties, where the people who pay their weekly or monthly dues are the owners of the party, then you can kick anybody out. If it was that easy to kick out, these people should have been kicked out when they were in power. You know, and they are still together. They work with Aniyesom Wike, who has a political appointment that is sustainable, on which the party can thrive. So what they need to do is to get together and resolve their differences. It's not about kicking people out. There are people who are within your party who are fighting you, and there are people who will stay out of your party and keep fighting you. So you don't make more enemies for yourself. PDP is almost as good as dead. It needs everybody to get its life back, not the infighting.
BK, so when Otto von Bismarck said that politics is a game of, the politicians believe in the impossible, do you see this happening?
If you do not believe in the impossible, right, you can't be a very good politician. Because I see people, they are aspiring to contest, they start calling them Your Excellency.
Your Excellency.
Ah, Your Excellency.
Incoming.
Excellency.
Incoming.
They know he will not win, no. Nigerians are bad people.
Incoming.
They know he will not win, no. But they will be hailing him. Ah, my incoming. My chair. My chair. He wants to contest for chairman. I say, my chair. They already calling him chairman. They already calling him my Excellency. Somebody that cannot win even his word. Yeah. They know. So once you indicate they want to say those things that you will be happy to hear. Well, in the case of Sule Lamido, you must remember that Wike ran that party for so long. Sponsored people
money from
elections. Yes.
Okay.
He sponsored people for elections, and a lot of them are still loyal to him. I still know a few governors who are loyal to even Wike in the PDP today. Really? That's why he has survived, because some of them are not prepared to stab him in the back. They are not prepared to stab him in the back. That is the problem. So it's not enough to simply say, okay, they must send them packing, they are enemies. And PDP is threatening people that they must not adopt President Tinubu, you know, as their next president and all that. If you threaten them, they will eventually leave the party for you. In any case, people are leaving the party in droves. Okay. What they can do is get a very strong person that the whole party can rally around. Once they're able to do that, this wave of defection will stop. They'll be able to stop. It's important for them to stop this wave of defection.
Stem that.
Yes, stem that tide. Once you're able to stem it, and you can find a big figure around whom the members of the party can, you know, rally, then PDP will be on the path to bouncing back. What they are doing now, they are looking for unwilling suitors. They approach Peter Obi. Peter Obi should come back to the party. They are now is Jonathan that they also want to bring back now. They are desperate now, trying to bring some of their past people. But those guys have gone. The horses have left the stable. There's nothing they can do about it, because I know that someone like Peter Obi will not go back to PDP. I know he would rather stay in his Labour Party and fight it out, because he knows he will not get the ticket of the ADC except he's fooling himself. So he said this Labour Party is his best bet, and his people will feel comfortable there.
All right, Dikbo, I thought you were going to react to the Jonathan angle.
No, but I actually have just been hearing it like other people. I've not been able to.
I don't hear him.
I've not been able to say this is somebody who is close to him enough to say he has agreed to run. I've not heard that.
And some folks would remind you that you know, you tend to laugh over it. They would remind you that in Jonathan's time, rice was 7,000 naira.
That's true. That's true. And Nigeria was second fastest growing economy.
Yeah.
So, but it still doesn't mean that the man wants to come back. You know, before the last election, there were so many permutations. It's just 2 weeks for him to run. He's going to go to APC and go and, you know, so many permutations. And I think it's time we just allow the man be and wait for him.
His wife has already said he doesn't want to go back to that place.
Wait for him. The wife was at a function yesterday, and I think she's at peace. Peace is at peace with herself.
No wonder. No? Again, let me quote Otto von Bismarck. He said, politics is not an exact science.
It's not.
It is an attitudinal enterprise.
Not even in Nigeria. More so in Nigeria, you know?
All right.